So in this video, I want to just tap into the gift. The gift of being able to connect to that source consciousness. It's a gift that you are able to speak. You're able to speak a line of connection. And in that line of connection, there's simple, yet rich and indescribable power. So that's why it's a beauty. It's a beauty to be able to see yourself as having the gift of channeling. Because you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable to other people's judgment, because they may not fully understand. And I do not fully understand. But when you are doing it, you know it's a gift. And you are aware of yourself as this humble spark of light, that somehow your inner light became a flame, and you were filled with the warmth of divine love and the courage to be able to say that we are all so lucky. So I have that gift. I have the gift of channeling. And it's a gift of multiplying, as I tried to explain in a previous video, that being able to multiply is that you see the situation, its causes, its presentation, and its outcome. And that you see that it's too much, too many possibilities that will never be. But still you see how the lines play out. And it's up to human beings to try to make sense of it all, because we don't necessarily understand angelic patterns. We don't necessarily understand demonic forces. But we do know that human beings are susceptible. And we do know that human beings make mistakes. And so it is this predicament of time and space in which mistakes will happen. Great mistakes. Terrible mistakes will be done. Because every single thought and every single intention, in some sort of weird, twisted way, wants to be good and wants to do the right thing. But it is the complexity and the material layers that prevent us from being angelic forces. Instead, we give way to lower forces, because lower forces are easier to deal with. Lower forces do not ask of us, because we simply allow them to take control of us. And that way, it is more somehow romantic to be swept away by a force of your own undoing. And it's a true story of degradation, a true story of us at our lowest, but also when we think that it is us at our best, because it is only in celebration that hurt and pain and suffering can be found. Don't you see that moving too extreme will cause an energetic rebound? Because energy does have to balance out. So that is why the roller coaster ride has ups and downs. So, stepping into another concept is cosmology. So in the conception of cosmology, we are all fallen pieces. We are all fallen pieces of the astral matter, because the astral matter was united. all of the pieces that are now separate, that are now us, was, at one point, a solidified cosmic unity that was not yet unbroken. So in the expansion of time, when the light was awakened and burst open, that is when separation happened, and all the cosmic pieces started falling apart. And we are in that state of being apart. We are in that state of no longer being together. However, we are still near each other, and we still feel each other's warmth. And that is why cosmology is about cosmic unity and how the pieces do fall. That Earth ended up here, that Mars ended up there, and Venus ended up here. It's because of this that we are here. So taking it into the everyday realm, we see where our energy falls. Why is our energy going towards a negative source when it knows it's bad? It's a question that I don't have the answer to. I just know that energy sometimes guides itself in a pattern. So being aware of that energetic pattern and deciding, is this a way for the energy to continue, or somehow, by some sort of divine grace, the energy may change. Take that in for a moment. That energy may shift and not go back to the prior state. That is true quantum reality, is breaking the energy cycle because it shifts into a different realm, that no longer that energy is stuck and playing its game, dancing, but rather it transcends and the vibration is raised up. That is the gift of the internalization of your own cosmic compass. And yet we still look how the pieces fall. That all the pieces of the stars are now the pieces of our broken heart. It's true. That you were given another taste of divine energy by falling in love and seeing that stars, they move, they shift. So a connection in the past may not be a connection in the future. And that again is the energy stopping the dance and surfacing to a higher realm. It is a cosmic dance and a cosmic hierarchy of stepping up, because the other way is to step lower. And that, it can lead to new beginnings and to new ends. Either way you go. Because you may be deceived in which direction you are going. And it may be unbalanced, and it may be oscillating. So it's not always so clear-cut. And only the reading of the whole record of time can the true answers and the true value be deciphered. But that is not an intelligence that we have. We only have the intelligence of somehow channeling this little tiny light that makes you think you're saying the right thing in the right moment. That's all. It's something you have. And only the graces of the source consciousness will let you know what sort of purpose it served in the totality of things. But right now in the moment, your humble self will not allow you to see that far, because you can only see your own graces, and you can only see your own advancement in time. So, if you want to practice channeling and doing what I just did over the course of the last 10 minutes, you can achieve it. You can achieve that gift of channeling by once again looking at yourself as a spark of luck. And that is when you will be found. And you will be at home with source consciousness. You will be at home with this incredible mystical epiphany. And that epiphany is your own inner voice somehow being a vehicle for another voice. Because everything I just expressed, it is my voice, but it is also another voice.